A very good morning to one and all. I am your host Ruby Gill and I feel honored to welcome you all on the behalf of lovely professional university. So attendees, I'm glad to share with much excitement that today our expert will deliver his expertise and make us learn and know and tell us how to manage our life stresses. So I'm sure you are as excited as I am for today's webinar. So kindly allow me to introduce our experts. Dr. Viktor Prakash Singh, Professor in Management, Dean, School of Social Sciences and Languages, lovely professional university. An intellectual personality with a rich and diverse experience of 26 years in the industry with entrepreneurial experience in teaching and research as well. In his career, he has undertaken and supervised more than 162 academic and 7 consultancy projects and presented more than 50 research papers in numerous national and international conferences and seminars. To his credit, he has authored 27 books and 40 research papers. And talking about his awards and accolades, he has been honored with Manufacturing Association Faridabad Award 2014 by Honorable Governor of Haryana and Bharat Vidya Shromani Award 2011 from India Solidarity Council, New Delhi. Also, he has visited countries like Tanzania, Sri Lanka, and many more for academic and research purpose. And he is a proud member and chairman of various boards and committees. So, sir, it's a privilege to have you on board with us today. Thank you so much for joining us. Furthermore, I would like to welcome Dr. Manish Kumar Verma, Professor, School of Social Sciences and Languages, lovely professional university. A dynamic professional with 19 years of experience as an academician, and he has to his credit more than 40 research publications in the journals of repute. So sir, thank you so much for giving us your valuable time today. Additionally, I would like to welcome our admission expert, Ms. Rachna Bajaj, Senior Assistant, lovely professional university, and attendees today. She'll give you an insight of eligibility, fee, and scholarship, which I'm sure will make you save a lot of money. And in addition to that, she'll also be sharing the infrastructure part of the university. So thank you so much, ma'am, for joining us today. So with this, we'll begin today's webinar. I welcome you all again to the webinar and looking forward for a great interactive session. So over to you, sir, for the content of the day.
Thank you, Dr. Ruby in waiting. Thank you for such lovely words. Thank you for allowing me to share my screen also. I hope my screen is visible.
Yes, sir, it is.
So today we are gathered and actually it's a very hot and contemporary topic, that how to manage the life stress. Since the morning, since the alarm clock rings, or even if the alarm clock never rings, the stress is already there in our life. We are competing with ourselves. Daily, the life is under too much of stress. Yesterday, I was watching a movie on Hotstar, Disney Hotstar, that was Ghar Vapsi. It's a 7 episode series, bit lengthy compared to the web series kind of a thing, which are normally each episode is around 20-25 minutes, but it was around 40 minutes kind of a thing. Ghar Vapsi was about a person who belonged to Indore and went abroad for greener pastures, and then came back because he was shunted because of certain this COVID and other recessions, other kind of a thing. Then he again went to Bangalore to find better life prospects, and then again over there he was struggling that what is actually the life. Life is basically a stress. We are fighting for something we do not know. Daily we are queuing up, and we do not know whom we are actually trying to please. In Ved, Quran, religious studies also it is written that we are trying to find out वो कहते हैं 84 लाख जूनों के लिए हम भटक रहे हैं. So daily we are stretching ourselves, our life, and trying to manage the stress out of it. And the Ghar Wapsi was a kind of a series, 7-episode series which I watched, which was basically on the platform that which was basically on the platform that we are struggling for something we do not know. Uh, we basically are fighting with ourselves. We are fighting only for money. No pleasure in life is there. No settlement of life is there, because once we settle a life, then we try to take a goal bit higher. I'm not saying that we must not strive hard for better achievements or better things in life, but still, seeing this or listening to or watching that particular series, it made me a bit stressed out. That what are we fighting for? And today's topic is also only on the same thing, that are we fighting or flighting, as uh, Dr. Manish, my experience colleague, will also share his experiences through this PPT and other things. And we have always been trying to understand what is stress. And also this reminded me of one particular uh, football game where Denmark's Christian Eriksen, of last World Cup, football World Cup, which was played, the Denmark's Christian Eriksen fell off within within uh, the playing arena only, and it was a huge hue and cry that are we stressing out. Uh, then last week there was another shocking announcement by Ben Stokes of England, the all-rounder of England. He says that I am finding it very difficult to manage all the three formats of life. He's a par excellence player, Ben Stokes. He has taken uh, the retirement for ODIs, and he wished that I wish to stress on T20 and test matches. So moving in from the creative fields, the educationists feel stressed out that daily the schedules are changing, daily the needs of the life are changing. Like 2 years back, COVID was there, so many of we do not know how to converse or how to communicate on this e-platform. So communicating on e-platform was already a stress. So now we have to understand that is stress good in life or stress bad in life. So I'll invite one of my senior member in my team, Dr. Manish Verma, who is a psychologist also by profession, and we will like to share uh, his opinion. He will like to share his opinion and try to say that is stress good in life or how to manage the stress in life. Uh, Moving in from the same example, waiting for the alarm to click or when the alarm clicks, and going off to the bed, waiting for the sleep to come, or when the sleep happens, we are in constant stress. That have we slept early? Are we not able to sleep? Are we waking up early? Are we not able to wake up? What is the schedule of the day? The to-do list kind of a thing always stays with us pending. So how are we supposed to manage this life? So I'll invite my dear friend Manish Verma ji to carry forward the presentation. Manish, all yours.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir.
This presentation.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. So I am not seeing myself, so I am seeing only my presentation. So I am discuss as like this picture, sir, and that hand over the mic on this particular picture. So all of you see this picture. This picture is going with a lot of things, lot of ideas, lot of thoughts comes in your mind, and you know every time you are not free with the thoughts, right? So everyone have lot of thoughts in your mind, and that thoughts always make some chaos in your mind, like this picture. So which I make a priority first. What is my priority? Most of the time we are not setting our priority on our tasks. So that is stress. But what is stress? Can we understand it? Stress is a basic situation that triggers a particular biological response, right? That biological response, I give you detail what biological response we have that leads chemicals and hormones throughout your body, right? So too much constant stress can have negative effect on your long-term health. But my question is that is stress may be positive or not? So I think if you give your messages on that, yes or no, then I understand this. Maybe some of them says no, it is not positive. It is so all stress bad? No, it can be healthy. It can be healthy when it helps you avoid an accident, meet a tight deadline, or keep your wits about your remit chaos. But that stress should be temporary. Stress, frequent or prolonged stress can be mentally and physically harmful. As like a lot of students are here, right? Before the examination, when you go for the examination, you have a lot of stress. But some people are going that examination with the bad stress. Some people going with the good stress, right? When the good and after completing your examination, all are you happy? Either you go with the distress or you stress, right? That may be good, may be bad, but all are you happy after your examination? But some people are still stressed about their results because they are not going good with their papers, right? So what things behind that? So this is called 90-10 principle. 90-10 principle by Stephen Covey. They simply say life is 10% of what happens to you and 90% of how you react to it. Maybe you are agree or you are not agree because you think my life is too much hurdle and lot of problems we have, lot of assignments we have, right? But this is the basic principle of life. How you take your life, that is by you only, right? Because situation is the same, but how you handle that, this create a difference, right? Just a story time. I'm just go with the one story, and I just tried. This is not going with the gender bias, so you just go with this story. And I think this is the story time for every household. Once in a lifetime, it happens. You are having breakfast with your family. Your daughter knocks over a cup of tea on your dress. You have no control over what just happened. What happens next will be determined by how you react. First, you curse. You harshly scold your daughter for knocking the cup over. She breaks down in tears. After scolding her, you turn to your spouse and you criticize for placing the cup too close to the edge of the table. Right? Most of the time it happens with anyone. This is the situation. Right? But what is stress? A short verbal battle follows. You storm up the stairs and change your dress. Back downstairs, you find your daughter has been too busy crying to finish her breakfast and getting ready to go to school. She misses the bus. Now, what is your duty? And your spouse must leave immediately for work. You rush to the car and drive your daughter to school. Because you are late, you drive 40 miles per hour in a speed 30 mph speed limit zone, right? And after 15-minute delay and throwing money for traffic fine, because that is a challan, away you arrive at school. Your daughter runs to the building without saying goodbye. After arriving at the office 20 minutes late, you realizing you forgot your important papers. Your day has started terrible. As it continues, it seems to get worse and worse. You look forward to coming home. When you arrive home, you find a small wedge in your relationship with your family. Almost. It happens. Most of the time it happens. Why? Because of how you reacted in the morning. There is any other situation happens. So what is the reason? Why did you have a bad day? Did the tea cause it? Did the daughter? Did the policeman? Did you? You only. How we react, that is important. Because in that story, you just note that particular line, a short verbal battle follows. Means if you spend your time for that particular verbal battle, if you have that time, then you have to time to change your dress also. Right? This is the second option. And everything is fine. When you're not scolded and you simply said in that particular line, take care, daughter, take care, beta. Next time next time you will be careful about these things, right? This time I have a meeting, so I just change my dress, and you just go upstairs, change your dress. Simple. But your reactions make yourself in a stress, and that is acute stress. So you do everything wrong in that, right? So cause of stress. When I'm just saying the cause of stress, what is positive and what is negative stress, and I'm saying any change produces stress, right? Because we are feel stressed when the changing scenario of weather is also there, right? We always need a winter season, but when winter comes, then we are stressful with that situation also. Even a positive one. Any change in your life produces stress, but it is you to make that positive or negative. As like I'm always having class of stress, and I am always asking to the student, you always have stress when you come to the class, right? For the 3 hours class, you come to the class and you feel stress. They said yes, and you are going for the cinema for 3 hours and again sit in front of that particular cinema hall on your seat, and you not feel stress. The situation is same. You move from your home, you come to a situation and something, and both place you paid for that, right? But one place you feel stress and one place you are not feeling stress. Maybe some students are justifying that, sir, that is our choice, that is our entertainment, and that is fine. That is your choice, that is your entertainment, so you are not feeling stress. But that is also a condition in the classroom, because that choice will be always available with you, so you are studying, right? So you not feel stress at the classroom also. In the same time, positive one, there is a lot of, when you have an interview or joining a job for the in the different city, right? That also creates stress, lot of stress. So what is type? That is distress. That is, you go with the negative parameters of stress, and you stress when you go with the positive parameters of stress. So how that impact on your perceptions? These, I'm just writing that impact on perceptions, impact on emotion, productivity, and performance, because these are all 4 things you needed, right? So I'm just giving you one example for all. Impact on your perception. When you convert that particular thing in negative stress, as like teacher gives you an assignment, right? And that assignment is going to any company and collect the data. Now, who are going with the negative stress, they are going with the negative threat. They are saying, if company not allowed us, if they are not doing that, then how can we do? All negative things. You stress when you are happy with that. Now I had a one day to go out and collect my data in that company, right? Stress are both places, but how you react, that is important. So that is your perception. Some people are thinking about positive challenges. Some people are talking about negative threats. As like when maybe you are aware about that word SWOT analysis. Now, when you are in distress, you just go with the SWOT: strength, weakness, opportunities, and threats. But when you are not in distress, negative stress, then you are saying that is not threats. That SWOT converted into SWOC. That is challenges. That is not threats. That is challenges for us, and we took positive. We welcome that challenges, and we took positive steps for that to complete that. So next, impact on emotion. When you are stressed, you are anxious about that, right? When exams are there, when you have something good in your life or something changing, as like I'm just saying, marriage in the family. I think exam is a boring example because most of the times you have exams and you are anxious about that, and you are not thinking, you are excited with that. But marriage in the family, right? If you are distressed about that, then you are anxious. How this thing happened and how we complete it, all anxiety comes to you. So this is emotions. But when you are having good stress, when you are thinking positive about that, then you have excitement. First we do that things, then we change our dresses, then we arrange this, and you make a plan. So that also produces stress, but that is positive stress. And in that excitement, you plan so many things and you enjoy that. And impact on productivity, simple. If you are negative, then you just go with the procrastination. Jitna delay ho sakta hai ho jaye. Right? Up to the last limit, we delayed that. At that time, your productivities go down. When you are positive stress, then you motivated to do that, right? Most of the time, I'm just seeing about assignment and other things. When they filling the forms also, last date form filling because of that stress. So if you are motivated to do that, then you fill your form easily and early. Impact on performance. That is, if all things are negative, how your performance goes good, right? So when you just go with your positive stress and understand the positivity of that, positivity of stress, then you enhance your performance, right? So I'm always saying, life being what it is, not possible to eliminate stress completely, because as like sir said, alarm, right? Click the alarm, or before that alarm you are stressed. When we leave our bed, we are in stress because our situation is changed. In our cozy area, we just go to work area. At that time, we feel some stress, right? And it is common. When asked, 80% of the people reported they had at least one symptom of stress in the past month. What we can learn to avoid stress when possible and manage it when it's unavoidable. Because sometimes we avoid that, but sometimes we want to manage. But how we manage? That is possible reaction to stress. Fight or flight. In Hindi, the people's called, if you are from Hindi belt and you understand Hindi, then you understand they are called bhag lo. So bhag lo is a use for both things, either participate or ran away, right? So in both condition, in stress, that is your choice on the basis of your time, on the basis your of skills, right? You either you fight or flight. So this is the basic thing which you learn. In every situation, fight is not necessary. Sometimes flight works. In every situation, you can't fight, right? Because you are not able to do that. So just move around. Why you are fighting in that particular battle which is not, you not go for the win? So always choose your own battle, right? As like I'm just giving you one example for that. If any person, you just choose your own battle, because suppose one person came to you and he just scold you or giving you some harsh word or bad words and you reacted. He wants that, right? He knows if he do the same things and you reacted, then what is possible reaction? You can say, okay, I note it, maybe I react later, but today I have in good mood, so I'm not reacting. Next time he thinks 10 times to say anything to you. But that is maturity. Maturity of fight, maturity of flight. Where to fight, where to flight. Right? Every fight is not need to just go with the make that as a valuable fight for your life. No. Sometimes you may fly from that reaction. Next, possible reactions of stress, control and command. Most of the people, when I am asking this question to people, they say control. If you control the situation, right, you manage the stress. And I think sometimes control is not possible. As like people are stressful in the rainy days. Rains are there, right? And people had stress, lot of stress about that. How they manage their stress, how they go with the rainy season. So that is not control, because you are not having any switch to switch off the rain, right? You command them. What is commanding? You took umbrella. You just wear the weatherproof clothes, raincoat. Simple, right? So what happens? Some people in their home in the same situation. I just see this situation in some homes. There is two situations. The two home nearby, and one person is just irritated with the rainy day because there is a lot of rain and lot of water in their lawn. And next person who just sit behind the lawn and lobby and he enjoy the pakoda, chai pakoda. So the situation is same, and both person and their conditions are also same. One person irritated with that rain, another person enjoy that. So that is command. Command the situation. If the situation that not change, you can't change that, then enjoy that. That's better, right? So this is always you put yourself either in control or in command. So better you put yourself in command, because sometimes the things are not controllable and you not control that things. So now WHO, why I am saying 80% people always having some time, some physical responses of stress past month. So these are the situation. WHO guided that physical signs of stress: headache, not feeling hungry, neck and shoulder pain, lump in throat, back pain, heavy chest, tight muscle, upset stomach, right? And the people says 80% people says yes, in past month we have. So what is your physiological change in that? That is cortisol, your hormone released during the time of stress. Why? Because you are in stress, so your brain needs the oxygen. Blood glucose and blood pressure increase at that time, and your brain need oxygen again and again because of thinking. Then that heart rate is also increased because of pumping, right? So that particular situation is called, that create the problem to all your body. That's why people say stress hormone is the dead hormone, because it just go to all your body and do that things. Heart disease, weakened immune system, anxiety, depression, headache, nerve problem, digestive issues, high blood sugar, high blood pressure, because you not manage that. So how you manage your stress now? Because we are discuss lot of things related with that, how we avoid stress because of our own reaction. But now you just know how you manage stress, right? I think in the last 2 years there is a corona time, and the people are much aware about lot of things about corona and other things. So exercise. So how you improve your immunity? Through exercise, through meditation, through yoga, sometimes nature walk needed, time management. Because set your priority. If you not set your priority, then you always have problem to solve your things. For this, I am always saying, if you make a to-do list in morning or in evening for the next day, then you have approximate 10 to 12 tasks every day, right? But when you set that priority, what is priority? Then you find only 2 or 3 tasks for the next day, that is priority. Others are managed if not happen, right? Music is a good thing. Always, if you listen some music according to your choice, then you manage your stress. Therapeutic session, psychological help. If you needed psychological help, then you just go with the therapy, because therapy always helps you to manage your stress. Spa, exercise, everybody, and much more needed one thing: me time, right? When I am just asking the people, they are having a lot of things for the TV, for the family, for the other things, for the marketing, for the shopping, for the mobile, for the WhatsApp, for the Facebook, all those things they have time. But they are not having that me time. The time for self, that is your hobby, right? Just spare a 10 minutes time for a day to think about yourself. When you have that me time, you are happy. I think this is the biggest thing, which you go with that particular thing and you manage your stress. If you think about yourself 10 minutes in a day, not more than that. I'm just having one example. My one of friend, he just said, he just tried to discuss with me for their stress management, and I'm just discussing that. अपने लिए कितना समय निकालते हो? then he just gives me a lot of things, because you have a lot of time to see the reels, see the other things, but you are not having time to think. So just get your time for thinking, 10 minutes time. Because in the first slide, when you see that chaos, right, that thought process chaos, lot of thoughts comes to your mind, right? That chaos because of you not make the files in the proper place. So that chaos happens. When you just go with the 10 time thought, 10 minutes thought to yourself, at that time you manage that files with proper placed, right? So I just discussed all the things. So there is exercise, improve your body ability. So I'm just giving you one more thing, 4A of stress management, because I think my time is 20 minutes, I said, and I taken long time. So 4A's of stress management: avoid, alter, adopt, and accept. First, you avoid the things. If the problem is too much, avoid that. Right? You're not able to handle that, avoid. Learn to say no. Right? If that is not possible, then alter according to you. Alter that situation. Sometimes, if that is a policy matter, then you adopt. Because at that time, your reaction is not valid. Right? At that time, your reaction is not valid, so you adopt that and accept. It is right. It's not the load that breaks you down, it's the way you carry it. This is given by Holtz. So simple. How you carry your load, it is important. It is not important how much load you have. So again, I'm again saying, stress, if we feel stress, that is our reaction to the situation. Right? So first, see yourself and say bye-bye stress. Ma'am, I am there or not, I am not understanding.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. I'm here only, sir. Thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for intensifying and magnifying the knowledge of our attendees. And after this, our attendees will be proficient in managing their stress level and will sparkle this gained expertise. Thank you so much, sir. So, sir, before we move on to our admission nominee, we have few queries from attendees. So, with your permission, can we take up those queries?
Please.
All right, sir. So, sir, there is a query from Amit Maurya. He wants to know that how do you deal with the stress that is still with you from the past and still get triggered from people around cause of the judgmental environment, because sometimes it's traumatic. So can you please
Yes,
throw some light to this, sir?
that is again, I am saying, when I am just giving the example in the class for this particular situation, then I am saying just hold your any bag or anything in your hand and straight your hand. Right? How much time you hold that? Not more than 5 minutes. Right? So
Absolutely.
if you're having any back-end thought, leave that there. Because if you not choose your any file, I'm just always saying, if you not see your papers, which are more important and you is starved in your home, and if you're not seen for 2 years, it means that is wastage. Right? So we, most of the time, what we do, we just carry that baggage that is not needed. So leave that baggage.
Thank you so much, sir, for guiding the student. And sir, there is another very interesting question that's for you. The attendee wants to know that what was the most stressful situation you have faced and how did you manage it?
I think most stressful situation, if I am just saying every lecture when I am coming here today, most stressful situation is for me that first time face any class, always. But for that particular class, I prepared and I make myself to present everything at that place. So that is my prepare. And in the life situations, I am saying I have a one situation when I just got with one accident. Right, that is my stressful time, and at that time I just broken my shoulder. So that is my stressful time, because I am not understanding, because I got the job at that time and I am not understand how to join that job with my uh, broken shoulder. So sometimes that is my stressful situation, and I handle it.
Absolutely, sir. When your job is at stake, I can understand the feeling, and more power to you, sir, that how you have overcome from that situation. Okay, sir. In the similar manner, we have another query from an attendee named Tanzan. He wants to know that there are two things which there are in the student life generally. Usually it happens that the students suffer from insomnia and poor diet in the college, because they are very far away from their parents, their home. So which leads to stress. So how at LPU they can overcome from this?
In LPU, if you are going with the insomnia and other things, we are having a counseling cell, separate counseling cell in the department also, and there is a special counseling cell for the central division. With the central division, you can contact the psychologists are always there. They treat you and they give you counseling for that, and they give you therapy also. So that is not a problem if you are feeling that is insomnia, because most of the time what happens, as like I am just going with the one WhatsApp forward, okay, one doctor going with a different type of fees. He asking if my consultation and my diagnosis, then the fees is 200, and when Google consultation and Google diagnosis, then my fees is 800. So that is too good for me, because most of the time nowadays the internet is available to everyone and everyone goes with the diagnosis by themselves. So try to diagnose to the expert, right? So diagnosis should be done by expert, not by you.
Definitely, sir. Definitely. Thank you so much. And attendees, if you are worried about the food, LPU is the place where you get variety of foods, either South Indian, North Indian. So you get all type of vegetarian food is available here, as well as we have non-vegetarian mess also, which our admission nominee will tell you in brief. So, taking up last but not the least question, uh, there is a question from Gur Simranjeet. He wants to know that in which course and specialization we can learn this about managing stress as a subject in their curriculum.
This is first thing. This is a value-added course for all university. You can add yourself for the value-added course and you learn it. Next, if you are going with the psychology, then you learn it. If you are going with the BA program or other MBA program, BBA program, you also learn it. So this is value-added course. You are in any program, you can register yourself for that value-added course and you learn your stress management.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir, for resolving all the queries of our attendees. And with this, so attendees, whatsoever the queries you have related to the university, related to the admission, we have our expert with us, Ms. Rachna Bajaj. So, ma'am, over to you for the admission part of the university.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I'll just quickly share my screen. Okay, so good morning, everyone. I hope you all are doing fine and safe at your home. So I'll be just quickly sharing the glimpse of the university which you will be joining this year or most probably in the coming years. So first up in the list, we have LPU creating history when 12 out of 13 students participated in Tokyo Olympics and brought laurels to the country. Moving ahead with the rankings, because I suppose it is one of the most important aspects a student will be considering before applying in any college or university. So I'll just quickly show you a few of the rankings LPU has already achieved. The Times Higher Education Impact Rankings 2022, where LPU has been ranked 74th globally. Another feather, the Atal ranking of institutions on innovation achievements, where LPU has been ranked 3rd in India. The World University Rankings 2022, where LPU has been ranked 36th among top universities of India and several others. So now let's talk about the campus life and exposure offered. As a student, make sure that you gain as much as exposure you can. And if I talk about LPU students have got ample of opportunities to participate in not just national but international level events as well. So I'll just quickly show you a glimpse of few of the events. The 106th Indian Science Congress with the focal theme Future India Science and Technology, which was inaugurated by Honorable Prime Minister of India, Shri Narendra Modi ji at LPU. Nobel laureate, the 14th Dalai Lama, was here at LPU for the 5th convocation. We also had late Shri Pranab Mukherjee, former President of India, for the convocation twice at LPU. Late Shri Arun Jaitley ji for the inauguration of LPU Startup School. Some of the familiar faces, a motivational speaker and a life coach, Gaur Gopal Das ji, he interacted with the students and motivated them about life. Some of the heartthrobs, we had Shah Rukh Khan, we had Deepika Padukone, Sonam Kapoor was here at campus, Coke Studio was organized, MS Dhoni and several others. So now let's show you the infrastructure, because you will be making several memories in these classrooms, in these laboratories, everywhere. So this is an inside view of our central library. It is a 4-story library with approximately 20 lakh books. And not just this, students also have access to these books in online mode as well. An outside view of our amphitheater. LPU has 2 to 3 amphitheaters where several Nukkad Nataks, theater acts take place. An inside view of our Shanti Devi Mittal Indoor Auditorium with the capacity of 2,500 audience, being the largest in this region. My favorite place, our university mall. Let's take you inside this mall. It has all the basic facilities, be it related to dining areas, dominoes, stationery, courier facilities, suites, bowling areas, gymnasium for our students, 24-hour facility of university hospital and ambulance inside the campus for our students. Apart this, we also want our students to be active in sports. For this, we have a separate indoor stadium which has several sports facilities like a proper Olympic level swimming pool, 10 to 12 badminton courts, shooting area, a beautiful picture clicked by one of our students, and a mesmerizing night view of our university hostels. So now let's move ahead with another aspect of our today's introduction. That is how you can apply for admissions and what are different programs available at LPU. So you just have to simply visit our website www.lpu.in, and on the top you will see an icon of admissions where we have segregated all the programs, be it related to after 10th, after 12th, after graduation and after post-graduation. So let's say if I'm interested in after 12th programs, I'll just click on it, and all the programs which are available after 12th, be it related to management, engineering, hotel management, BA, or medical programs will be available right in front of you. So I'll just show you a brief of one program, let's say engineering, and you are interested in computer science and engineering. And here we have all the tie-up honors program, work integrated, industry collaborative programs related to BTech CSE. And once I click on any of these programs, all the details regarding the program will be available in front of you. Like if I talk about duration, 4 years, 8 semesters, the eligibility criteria, which clearly states that students should have minimum 60% in 12th with physics, maths and English as compulsory subjects, and subject to qualifying LPU NEST, which is conducted by LPU, the National Level Eligibility and Scholarship Test, or JEE Main. Further, we have listed down the placements, the research, the rankings, the curriculum for next 4 years with all the electives and specializations which will be offered in this program. And here comes the fees and scholarship. Although the without scholarship fees for this program goes 1,20,000 per semester, but we have different categories which have been listed. Like it can be on the basis of JEE, it can be on the basis of your 12th, or it can be on the basis of the LPU NEST exam you will be appearing for. And if you fall in any of these categories, you will be directly eligible for category 3, that is of 18%, and your fees will be reduced to 98,400 per semester. If you score better in any of these categories like 90 to 94.9 in 12th or 90 to 95 percentile in JEE, you will be eligible for category 2, that is of 28%, and your fees will be reduced to 86,400 per semester. Last but not the least, if you score 95 or above in JEE or 95% or above in 12th or tentatively 330 out of 400 in LPU NEST, you will fall in category 1, that is of 38%, and your fees will be reduced to 74,400 per semester. Moving ahead, you can see some other details and some other scholarships, like other special scholarship on the basis of innovation, startup and entrepreneurship, special scholarship for toppers of education board falling in the merit list of 2022. So make sure you share such details with us on our email ID, which is admissions@lpu.co.in. Some financial aids are available for the need-based, which covers scholarship for single girl child, single mothers. Then we have for retired defense, CAPF, financial aid to orphans, and financial aid to person with certain disability. So if you want to share any such details, make sure you drop us a mail regarding this. Moving ahead, we have listed down the important dates. As you can see that the last date to apply for LPU NEST exam, which is the first step to take admission, is 31st July 2022. And accordingly, you will allotted with exam dates between 6th to 5th of August. And within 24 working hours, your result will be declared, and accordingly, you can proceed for admissions. In case if you have any queries regarding this, feel free to get in touch with us. We have listed our contact details on the right side of the screen, the live video counseling icon, the schedule a call icon, our WhatsApp team is available for you, and down here we have listed our helpline numbers as well. So I'll wind up with one more important thing. We have already conducted such informative webinars in past, and we will be keep conducting in the coming future. So if you want to go through such videos or register yourself, just again click on admissions, and on the left side you will see an icon of LPU's Edu-Fair webinar, and a new page will open where we have listed all the details regarding these webinars, and you will be good to go. So over to you, Ms. Ruby. I hope I have shared all the important details with our students, which can be helpful for them to apply for admissions at LPU. All the best. Thank you.
Definitely, ma'am. Thank you so much for the detailed information about the admission part. And attendees, I must tell you that decisions determine destiny. So don't just wait for the last date. Decide your own date and take the admissions as soon as possible. So with this, we'll conclude today's webinar. Thank you, attendees, for sparing time and participating in today's webinar. We appreciate you all for being here, and I believe your knowledge has been enriched by today's webinar. Also, I would like to express my appreciation to the experts for their valuable contribution on the topic entitled as Managing Life Stress. I'm sure your years of experience, your years of research will definitely help the attendees to choose the right path. So until next time, I, Ruby Gill, finally sign off the session. Thank you, everyone.